So, hello everyone. Let's start. Is anybody yet joining? Okay, let's start. It's 6:11 already. So, hello everyone. So, I hope you all are doing great. So, yes, we all are here for the info session for our new campaign, which is Gen AI Study Jams. And in this, you're going to have a hands-on experience with the labs and with the uh, assessments and which are given on the during the lab. It will start from 11 October and till 11th of November. So at that duration, you all will get the labs and you'll have the hands-on experience on those things. So yes, coming to our speakers, so we have here Sankalp Jha, who is third year coordinator and co-organizer and from our managerial domain, and we have other Mr. Hamad Khan. He is our fourth year coordinator and he is going well in app development in Flutter, and he is also doing research in and he is also doing research in ML. So yes, Sankalp, please start.
All right, guys. Good evening to everyone. क्या सब लोग आ चुके हैं? I can say 49 RSVPs are there. So shall we start the session? Okay. So let me see the people who have joined till now. Okay. Q&A. Chat. Okay, let me see the chat. Okay, I can see totally 32 people have joined. So can I get a thumbs up in the chat? Can I get a thumbs up कि सब लोग आ चुके हैं? Are they ready? Hello, people. Okay, Divi. Yes. Yog, Anshika, Aditya, Devanshi. All right, all right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, let's start. So, let me give again a brief summary. Today we are here for an info session. Info session for what? We're having an info session for Gen AI Study Jams. Gen AI Study Jams is an initiative from Google to promote the generative artificial intelligence and provide the students a platform to understand how the generative AI works in the Google environment. And in order to register for Gen AI study jams, this is the info session to attend for, so that you can guys understand like what even is generative AI and like how things work out, and at the end successfully register for the same. All right, moving ahead. So I guess everything is clear for info session. So, by the way, welcome to all AI enthusiasts. So, as I can assume, all those 32 people who have joined, those all people are the people who are somewhere ready to understand that coming from 5 years from now in the future, you guys will be leading that technology, because AI is still under a huge development. We see every day like a new chat GPT launches, a new personal agent launches. So it's something which is in development field, and it's going to still will be developed. I can see at least 5 years from now it will still be one of the most important field, which is AI. Moving ahead, I will be your speaker number one, where I myself, Sankalja. I'm a Gen AI enthusiast. And my today's hot take is Gen AI in the video gaming industry marks the beginning of a new era for fellow gamers like Doom AI. Have you guys heard about Doom AI, Gen AI in video gaming industry? Can I get a thumbs up or anything which you guys know in video gaming industries? Anything which you guys know in Gen AI, what it can mean to you all? All right. No, sir. Have you guys heard about Doom AI? Anybody? Doom AI? All right. So in a normal video gaming industry, what happens is when your player launches in the map of gaming world, a, and a world is loaded in your particular point of view. Whatever part you're visualizing in that world, that world gets loaded. So the whole coding goes like a game developer has to develop and code entire world. And what Gen AI is proposing is कि आप world मत बनाओ, game developers world ना बनाए. They all need to create a prompt. कि I need a world which looks like GTA Vice City. I need a world which looks like a Mario. I need a world in which the whole map looks like a Subway Surfer, and automatically create some obstacles, and the player and the user can gamer can interact with it, and the things can work out. So that is something which is really very interesting. Also talking about the npcs, which you guys know, which is non-playable characters. It is something which is something quite dull in many games. Some particular gaming industries have tried to work on it, but imagine working on talking to a random nobody in a video game, and he can talk to you like you're talking to your friend. Well, that sounds really cool, right? So that is what generative AI is all about. Just one thing more. Have you guys played GTA Vice City में वो helicopter वाला mission? Am I the only one who has played that helicopter wala mission in GTA Vice City? Definitely. Yes. Okay, that's cool. और लोगों ने नहीं खेला? Okay, that's nice. So we all know how much we have grinded in that particular mission. With that helicopter has to go from point A to that top point at same building, right? Imagine losing that same mission more than 5 times, and that guy who hires us basically get pissed off and just say, "Ki, bro, leave it. You can't do it." And the whole game, the whole gaming, the whole game arc changes, and the whole story changes how the player interacts with the mission. Well, that's something can Gen AI can do, and that's what interests me a lot. Imagine कि किसी की भी story arc does not end in the same way. Games like this still exist, but not with the help of generative AI, and that's something really excites me all about. So that was all about it. Moving ahead, our next speaker will be Mr. Hamad Khan, sir. He's our fourth year senior who is basically an app developer, but he's also a very professional MLOps expert, and he has done multiple certification courses on that. And his hot take for today was, watch out, programmers. AI is ready to outsmart you. Just don't let it take over the coffee machines. Well, personally, I do love coffee. But what's the our seniors hot take is all about? He's just giving a small tone. Like we all I have heard from the Terminator movie series that Skynet will take over all the human and we all will be slave, and something like from the out of the Matrix. That is something which excites us and at the same time give us a cold chill, right? So that's all key how the people react to it and how the people are interacting with it and how what's the perspective they feel about the future. And that was all about it. Moving ahead, so coming upon what is Gen AI study jams for you. As a GDG, it's our responsibility to conduct Gen AI study jams. But for a person who wants to pursue Gen AI study jams, what are the takings which they are going to get? Basically you will be getting the access to the Google Cloud, which is really very cool. If you guys have done ML study jams or cloud study jams last year, these things are incredible. They give you a platform to work upon, and it's like a toy store for a person, for a developer, and he can do whatever he like, and it's really very cool. So if a person registers for it, he can actually play with the cloud with the cloud networking and how the all the minor things work out, and it's really cool. Coming over to the Google Skill Boost platform, well, that is something we all want. That's what if somebody have registered for the Google form, they must have heard that you have to make a new Google account. Well, this all first is all about because we want a Google Skill Boost platform to work, and it's really cool. आप लोगों की profile बहुत ज़्यादा boost होती है, and it's really something to work on. Coming over to the technologies which you guys will be learning about. cloud computing, generative AI, as mentioned multiple times, and of course, something you're going to learn which is going to make you industry ready. Because all we have learned in college till now is something all bookish, a simple concept of recursion, I assume, what are the libraries, packages, how the program works, but not something what a company wants from you. And I feel this is the thing which gives you a stand to have to work on. So this was all about Gen AI study jams. Moving ahead, agenda. So today's agenda is divided into 5 parts. Introduction to AI. All right. Once you guys have understood what is AI, then we will be cooking. Then we will be going towards what actually means Gen AI. We know AI, but what is this Gen AI? So we'll be going towards that. Further, we will be cooking Gen AI further and understanding what are the deeper terminologies which we are going to use, which will be well explained by the Hamad sir. Again, we will be forwarding towards the registration process because I also understand this registration process is little bit tough. It has a bit of things to take care of that we'll be taking care today. And at the end, a Q&A session to understand what you guys want to do and what kind of questions you have for us at the end of the session. So I guess let's get things started. First of all, I just want to know what is the current tech stack? आप लोगों का current tech stack क्या है? By the way, everyone is today with me. सब लोगों को समझ आ रहा है? Everything good? Again, once again, a thumbs up in the chat. Okay, 37 people have joined. Uh-huh. Cool. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. So सब बढ़िया है तो बताओ what is your current tech stack? What currently is your current tech stack? HTML, CSS. All right. Very well. Anybody else? Cyber security, game development, video editing, IAS, anything it can be. React JS. Very nice. Anybody is working on ML, Python में कोई किसने कोई libraries अभी तक करी हो? Anybody? Very nice. All right. Okay, there is one guy from ML, Harshit, Tanishka, Divya. Very nice. Okay, so we do have an audience which knows what we are teaching. So that's really good. And moving ahead, let's deep dive into the AI. So let this whole rabbit hole go in. Let's go into this rabbit hole and understand ki kya hai AI and let's get this thing started. So we have heard about the term machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning, and I bet किसने किसने जरूर सुना होगा. When I was taking the interview for the recent probations, I heard people saying, "Sir, we want to apply for AI ML." So they definitely know कि AI भी चीज exist करती है और ML भी चीज exist करती है. Some people also have heard about deep learning and also something which was quite famous. It's still famous, but it was something very famous. I would say 2 years from back, data science. Kabhi aajkal, we have specialization in data science in our CS bachelor's degree. So I think people know what is machine learning, AI, deep learning, right or not? AI, ML, deep learning. All right, very well. So we will be going through a basic definition and we will be going ahead. All right. So coming to definitions of AI, ML, and DL. Coming to the AI, first of all, what you guys understand from the word of intelligence? Because artificial is something man-made, जो हमने science में बचपन से पढ़ा है. But what is actually intelligence? I would say intelligence is the ability to understand and adapt to the situation and at the same time react to it in the betterment of its own entity. Yeah, it's एक simple वर्ड से इसको मैं बोलूं, intelligence nothing but आप किसी चीज को समझें, उसके बारे में आप उसको एनालाइज करें and depending about what situation arises in future or in the present, you react according to it. You react according to your goals, according to your own needs, and that is all intelligence is all about. So now let's attach these two terms together, artificial and intelligence. So basically, artificial intelligence is a terminology which we are giving to a machine, a program, a system who's able to artificially think and gain the intelligence artificially and give us an abstracted idea कि हाँ यार एक machine के पास intelligence आ गई है. That is all AI all about. Now, if I have to go to ML, what is ML all about? ML is something. It's a process. It's a term to teach the program, a code, a system. Okay, it is a program. It is a program. It is a terminology which states that you give a machine a huge set of data to train upon. And once that machine gets trained properly, then you ask based upon the data you have trained. And based on that trained data, that machine gives us back the prompt. इसको मैं बहुत सिंपल भाषा से समझाऊं. ओके, सो मैं संकल्प हूं, एंड व्हेन संकल्प इज हंग्री, मशीन को मैंने बोला हुआ है कि ऑर्डर मी अ पिज्जा. संकल्प हैज आस्क्ड द सेम प्रॉम्प्ट फॉर मिलियन टाइम्स. मिलियन टाइम्स मशीन को मैंने संकल्प में बोला है आई वांट पिज्जा, एंड मशीन हैज ऑलरेडी गिवन मी. मशीन को मैंने बता रखा है व्हेन संकल्प आस्क पिज्जा, यू हैव टू गिव मी, यू हैव टू ऑर्डर फ्रॉम द नियर बाय डोमिनोज. सो दिस इज समथिंग आई एम ट्रेनिंग द मशीन. But now, when Sankalp will ask on million and the 1th time, at that time, I don't have to teach machine you have to order Domino's. I will be just I will be just I have to just say yeah, I am just hungry, and machine will automatically understand since it has trained million times and will automatically order the Domino's pizza from the nearby place. So that's a very simple basic explanation what is the training the data set means and how it is implemented in our day-to-day situation. Coming over to deep learning. Deep learning is a subset of ML. It involves the neural networks, many layers, and handle large complex data. Huh. Now we are talking about neural networks, multiple layers. संकल्प या बहुत सारे jargons तू ले आया. This does not make me understand कि क्या हो रहा है. If I have to give you a very simple explanation of deep learning, it is nothing but take example of Google Photos. So when you go to the section of people, Google Photos is able to recognize and differentiate your mom, dad, brother, sister, your far-fetched uncle, aunt, or grandparents, and who not, even your dog also. I have seen. So what basically is happening? Our machine, the deep learning is occurring in this particular dimension. How it is occurring is in your gallery, a huge data set is there, right? Before that, also that machine has trained on I would say a billion amount of data. But now that gallery, the images in your gallery is something the trained data will work on. So what is happening is he in using multiple aspects of a picture. Let's say I would say eyes, your nose, your wrinkles, probably a mole on your face, your color complexion, your hairstyling, your eyebrows. There are multiple points on your face which I guess you have seen in Apple ID also, something which face ID which Apple uses. So basically, that same Google Photos algorithm is able to understand all those aspects and bifurcate the photos and able to differentiate कि ये मेरी mom है, ये मेरे dad है, and these guys are not together. So that is what deep learning is all about. It is just nothing but एक ML का ही एक subset है, but in this we have multiple filters. Filters to bifurcate the same photo in multiple stages and have a much more refined data. So that was all about DL, AI, and ML. Now, if I have to say about what is the relation with each other, आजकल आप लोगों ने काफी सुना होगा कि actually it's all about artificial intelligence. But if somebody studies about it, that becomes machine learning. And if somebody is quite deep into it, that is the deep learning. So basically, AI is the superset, machine learning is a subset, and deep learning is a subset of that same. So I guess you guys understand कि क्या था it's all relation all about. And हाँ यहाँ पे एक simple सा एक meme you can say कि people say मुझको AI करना आता है but deep inside they are sad कि DMML is quite tough and hard. So how many people are with me till now? AI, ML, DL is done. We will be gearing up further in artificial intelligence. किसी कोई दिक्कत, problems, everything cool, chill. Very well, nice. 3 लोग, 4 लोग. Okay, nice, 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 nice. Okay. So gearing up further in artificial intelligence. कि मतलब, okay, now I was able to make you guys understand कि when somebody says AI, इसके साथ ML और DL भी exist करता है, and they all are interrelated to each other, but they differ in their own understanding and their own process. Now let's deep dive into AI, that term artificial intelligence, further. Again, the concept of AI is to refer to the development of machines or systems capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as decision making, learning, and problem solving. Once again, a very well known fact that the whole AI first was all about to recreate, to make a duplicate of what our internal neural network works in our mind, because we all know how the neuron works. We all have learned in our 10th standard in biology that there are multiple dendrites, and the dendrites are the receptors, and these receptors inputs the data and inputs any stimuli from the outside, and that is transmitted to their end, which is called as bulb transmitters, which do a small blast with the same with the same with the same I would with the same stimuli, and at the same time process all the same. A very simple example is कि मैंने बहुत गर्म सा एक बर्तन छू लिया and I just take my hand away. So that is the stimuli. My neurons are reacting to it, which my brain also cannot process. So this a very quick response and understanding this whole chain thing came into being कि इसको हम artificially बनाएंगे, and that was all about how AI came into being. Its application आजकल हमने देखा है data analysis, image recognition, we talk about Google Photos, speech processing, predictive analytics, and recommendation system. Because मुझे YouTube की recommendation system काफी अच्छी लगती है compared to Spotify. So I would say that now. Okay, talking about the functions, AI models are typically designed to perform specific tasks by analyzing data and providing outputs or insights based on the predefined patterns. So that is basically मैंने बताया कि we have given a data to train upon, and once that they are trained on the data, they can understand and debunk the patterns which they have already trained upon, or something which they're not trained upon, but they're able to figure out on their own. Use case of AI. So this is something interactive thing I just want to be. So first of all, talking about the what kind of AI applications you guys can think about. क्या क्या है AI के applications you guys know? Let's see. आप लोगों की AI के लिए कहाँ तक applications you guys have thought about? Make sure it should be AI, not generative AI. So anybody in the chat which can tell me the applications of use case of AI. There is a small hint also in these three bubbles. So yes, please feel free to say in AI के बारे में. Nobody, किसी को applications का idea नहीं है. Chat GPT is something generative AI. Okay. We will talk about Chat GPT further, but not now. That won't come in AI. I want a बहुत ही generic concept, to be honest. NLP, project to get into progression of GDG. Okay. The llama. Okay, your spelling is wrong, Akshat. But okay, you're fetching somewhere. Gamma, Gemini, Copilot. Okay. Not something like I can relate. Something which you can relate to the real world. These all are the example of generative AI. Not something. Okay, मैंने अभी example लिया Google Photos में. एक एग्जाम्पल हो गया स्पॉटिफाई की रिकमेंडेशन सिस्टम काइंड सक, तो यूट्यूब की रिकमेंडेशन सिस्टम. और कहाँ पर एआई यूज हो रहा है आजकल? आप हर रोज एआई एआई देखते हो हर जगह. स्टॉक प्रिडिक्शन, वेरी वेल तनिष्का. स्टॉक प्रिडिक्शन, because nowadays these people are we are going to train the whole machine about its own, how the company's stock was analyzed, and the same by after that data is trained, they're able to predict कि यार इस बार स्टॉक की क्या प्राइस वैल्यू होगी. That is one very good example. Insta Reels, yeah, the recommendation system. Text suggestion, all right. Amazon's recommendation engine, that's really nice. Victory predictor in cricket match, all right, all right. Some people are cooking, but I want much more better answers, yeah. Matching. Oh yes, that is really nice. So you guys have heard about the Samsung and even Google Pixel launched it initially of having that eraser, smart eraser to remove anything from your background. That is a very good use case of AI. Image recognition, image enhancement. Okay, that's really nice. Design analysis. Okay, that's really nice. कि लोगों को आइडिया अच्छा मैं एक बताऊं आई रियली लव एक बहुत ही अच्छा सा है आई रियली लव वन थिंग okay how many people use YouTube ki live streams how many people have watching YouTube live streams is this me only okay very well so I love one very nice feature of YouTube is ki when there is a live stream going on so there is a feature in YouTube live stream ki generally what used to happen earlier was ki when the live chat there's a section of live chat happening in that for same stream right. And if it's an Indian streamer, I would say the people spam. They spam like आप कुछ पढ़ भी नहीं सकते कि क्या चल रहा है actually. So you're not able to understand कि what people are all talking about. But if you somebody have noticed in the near times, now YouTube has provided a system कि जब आप किसी भी stream को join करते हो, not super chat. You guys check today. When you join any YouTube live stream, so whatever the chat was all about अभी तक जो भी chat हुई yes summary वो एक summary दे देता कि like this was the all the first was all happening about and this streamer is talking about this is the semantics of how this is the emotions of the people right now their current notion all about it and I really love this feature मतलब it's something कि I don't have to scroll up and understand कि क्या हो रहा था what was all the conspiracies all about and I really love this feature. So I really hope कि आप लोगों का भी कोई सा फीचर हो AI में and I guess we'll talking more about it in Q&A. Let me move ahead because I guess time is not in our favor right now. And all right. Okay, so ये था सारा example of AI. Make sure this was not Gen AI. Gen AI में आपका co-pilot आ जाएगा आपका chat GPT Gemini आ जाएगा it was that is generative AI but all the things which we talked about right now it was all AI. So let's understand the generative AI क्या है. As we understood, AI is something artificial intelligence. If we combine the term generative, it adds up to एक ऐसी artificial intelligence which generate the new content based upon the data we give. And our brain be way limited. For example, if I have to say, कि create an apology letter that I was bunking my class. So that AI, particular chat GPT don't have to create. You guys don't have to say, explain in a very huge explanation. Ki, since I was bunking my class, I need to create a prompt which should have a subject, English grammatical, all syntax, and all that. You don't need to specify all this, which means generative AI is able to understand the data from the user, input from the user, which can be way restricted, which can be way limited, and at the same time provide the output to you guys. Right? आप देख लीजिए आप कभी भी आप notice करना है. That's how all the generative AI works. You give a very limited data, and on that data they work on. And we all have seen the generative AI in the domains of text, images, music, audio, videos, and these all are based upon LLMs. If you guys heard about large language models, हम आगे पढ़ेंगे इसके बारे में. They can multitask. They can summarize a very huge data. आजकल there is a lot of reels going on that they can summarize the whole YouTube video, summarize an entire PDF, or make or okay we'll talk about the application in future in future slides. So this is all the generative AI is all about. As you can see here, a minimal training required, and this foundation models can be adapted for the targeted use case, like what we want, with a very little example data. So that is all the generative AI all about. Again, this generative AI is a subset of AI. AI is the huge pool. In that comes the generative AI. We can't say that generative AI is some another pool and AI are linked together. No. AI is a pool in that Gen AI exists. So this is one important thing to talk about. And there is a, and you can see the interrelation in the scope and the focus, the techniques and the methods, and the interconnectedness. For the detailed version, Hamad sir will be going to that. And in the future, we will be talking about these all three topics. Moving ahead, so these are the domains impacted by the Gen AI. So this was the data I was able to acquire, and it was talking about these are the multiple domains which are getting impacted by the Gen AI. Content creation with the being maximum, that which is 20%. Visual arts, music, gaming, VR and AR, education, your fashion industry, healthcare system, your finance system, and even your customer service. So आपने अब तो देखा होगा customer service automated recording analytics. It is happening since Corona times. Finance, one guy talked about, one person talked about कि you are able to predict the stock prices. Healthcare में Gen AI use काफी ज्यादा होने लगा है. फैशन इंडस्ट्रीज में, एजुकेशन, वीआर एंड एआर में, स्नैपचैट में काफी ज्यादा यूज होता है. इफ somebody has developed any lenses from the Snapchat app software, they must have checked on that part. Gaming industry I talked about in the starting. Music is a very hot talk right now because it's not something legally bounded right now. So music is very important scenario which is getting impacted by Gen AI. Visual arts, it like deep fake arts and like recreating some very popular arts, that is quite common happening. And the content creation, आजकल we see content creation happening a lot on Gen AI. All right, so this is the exercise I want to do with you guys. That one word that comes to mind when you think of Gen AI. Now I'm talking about the Gen AI, and now I want the answers related to Gen AI. जब मैं बोलता हूँ Gen AI or generative AI, now I'm expecting the answers which you guys, yes, Chat GPT, anything else, Gemini. Okay, three Gemini हो गए. Anything else? Okay, it's not about कि you need to give the example कि क्या क्या होते हैं. कि what something rings first thing in your mind when I say Gen AI. कैसा ring करता है? Okay, Vikshita ma'am said very well. कि Gen AI ought to take that job as a content creator and content marketer. Well, creativity is something a Gen AI is still working upon, and I don't feel that is something to be afraid of, Vikshita ma'am. Co-pilot, very well. And Opus, okay, Harshit, okay. Harshit is going to be my deep friend. And oh, automation dude, I am only human. He said 100 cool emails in a day for me. All right. All right. ठीक है. All right. Let's move ahead and see कि मैंने क्या लिखा था मेरे use case में for Gen AI. All right. So these are the applications of Gen AI according to me. Summarizing everything we talked about. Sora AI, I want to discuss with you guys. Duping content which has to be written in research, DALI, chatbots, not bad, okay, you can say that. Copying program code, I mean, हर second year के बच्चे ने करा, I can say that. Grammarly, your OpenAI, Gemini, Google Cloud. Okay, tell me about Sora AI. I want to know about. Okay, Rohit, thanks for the update. So, yes, what is Sora AI, guys? DALI. Come on, ये काफी बहुत ही, it was something very hot take which was happening recently. काफी ज्यादा इस पे काम चर्चा हो रही थी. Video generation. If I have to say in much more better way, it is something you give a text prompt and you get a video out of it. Text from video, not video from text. Yes. And what about DALI? DALI का किसी को आइडिया नहीं है क्या? DALI 2 आया था. DALI 2 was really good. Nobody knows DALI 2. Yeah, image generation, image SYD. Okay, I'm not able to figure out what is SYD. Do tell me. And so there was a very see, the image generation was quite well restricted, but it was very easy to figure out key is it generated or not, because generally the AI is not able to understand how our fingers work and how the physics works. So that is something many times your generative AI is not able to work on that, and sometimes the prompts are not that good. So there's that. And Hanji, Grammarly, as also myself as content writer, that is something I live on. So yes, research me it's quite useful because that is something really very useful. And okay, so this is something I'm really okay. I'm a little bit time restricted. Just one very important thing. Can everybody scan this QR code, please, guys? Here, as QR code scan karo. It's really good. You can become the next Eminem rapper or Bantai rapper, whatever you guys into it. I don't mind. But this Eminem thing is really cool. Scan this QR code. It's going to be fantastic. Yes. So I talked with Krishna, and that guy's super cool, and he allowed me to showcase that project. So I'm all into it. So it's really very cool. अगर it's आप लोग का करोगे तो I will also show you guys. किस किसने स्कैन कर लिया क्यूआर कोड? I need a thumbs up in the chat. Thumbs up in the chat. QR codes. Okay, very well, very well. Okay, let me give this QR code in case somebody is not able to scan. No worries, you can check it from here. Okay, so what is GetItRight.in? GetItRight.in is it is developed by one of our AKGC student. Krishna Bansal is a third year ECE branch, and you can follow him through this QR code. But let's see what is Get It Right, what this thing actually does. So my favorite thing is Eminer. So if I say enter a prompt here, I am I am a Martian who loves Lana Del Rey songs and play sports. And if I generate and it's going to write in the style of Eminem. So what you are able to get the responses. So this is a Gen AI at its peak. Now it's a rhythmic rap which you can sing. Like I'm on a Mars, the sun dips into crimson flames. I'm a stray inside a Martian playing games. So yeah, it's really cool and I really love it. And I really want कि आप लोग check out करो इसको. It's really cool. And I feel yeah that's really crazy. अगर आप देखोगे. So this is something a Gen AI at its peak and people are working on it. It's something the third year was only doing in college. And you can reach out to this guy by this QR code. I will wait 5 seconds more and then I will move ahead. You can talk to him. He's really friendly. He wants ki like sab log dekhen. And yeah, check this out. It's really good. Check this person out. He does really well. And yeah, okay, I will just wait 5 seconds more and yeah, I will be moving ahead. All right. So implementation of generative AI. So that is something our Hamad sir will be taking on. And Hamad sir, over to you. Just give me 5 minutes, guys. Hamad sir, थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल इशू हो रहा है. Just 5 minutes. ओके, आई कैन सी थोड़ा हमद सर को थोड़ा सा टाइम लग रहा है, एंड अंटिल देन आई विल बी कंटिन्यू दिस सेशन. ओके, moving ahead, moving ahead. Okay, so this is our implementation of Gen AI. I think you'll be joining soon. And yes, so implementation of Gen AI. How does Gen AI work? So this is something to really think upon, because अभी तक हमने बात कर लिया applications of Gen AI, how we are using the Gen AI for our own benefits, for our own personal use case, and now we're going to talk about something Gen AI, how it works, what's its principle and what's its basic understanding behind it. Gen AI works by using an ML model to learn the patterns and relationships in the data set of human created content. It then uses the learned patterns to generate a new content. The most common way to train a generative AI model is to use the supervised learning. Now, supervised learning is something कि हम डेटा को बता देते हैं कि this is good, this is bad, and if I ask this, you have to give this answer. And this is something we entirely supervise about, and the data in this is a labeled data set. So the data is well formatted and well labeled, and that's how the supervised learning is all about. And moving ahead in that, there are five-step process into it. There are five. There are five processes into it, which goes like data collection, model selection, training, generation, and feedback. So इसका मतलब वही हो गया which I was telling you from the hour zero, which was first of all collecting the data, which which is like a billion amount of data, which can be terabytes, petabytes, yottabytes, something which requires huge server systems to acquire all that data. Then using the which particular model you want to work upon, which can be transformers for generating text, GANs, which we say generative adversarial networks for creating image, DALI, for example, VAEs, variational autoencoders for various outputs. So that is something we will go in deep into it. So पहले हम डेटा को ले लेंगे, then we will figure out कि हम क्या उसमें मॉडल लगाना चाहते हैं, and then we'll be training the data. We will be make let it train the data for a huge amount of time. तो जितना हम डेटा को ट्रेन करेंगे, the the less the error will be. It is something like practice makes the man perfect. Here the training makes the machine perfect, or something which is tendency to the error of zero. Then once the data is trained, then we will ask the prompt of generated prompt. Now this is something means आपका data trained हो चुका है. Now we are asking as a user कि I need I need a lyrics to perform in today's Gen AI study jams. So that is something the generation of prompt will occur in that. And finally, the feedback. So that feedback can be, I can say, you, that is so bad. You kindly add some more Gen Z elements to it, add some more rhythmic elements into it. Or something I can say, there is also one down bad emoji, which occurs, which is there in chat GPT, which shows you actually, कि यार आपने जो data जो दिया है prompt, which is this is not really good. So that is something how the data, कि आपने data पर train, data में कौन सा लेने वाले हो, what particular model, how you want to train on that data, finally generating the prompts out of it, and giving feedback, which can be a positive feedback also and negative feedback, based upon what kind of prompt you get. Now, coming to the cooking Gen AI further, now the Hamad sir will be taking over. All right, Hamad sir, over to you.
Everyone, how's everyone doing? So, I'll be talking more about generative AI. Let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. So, the first topic that I'll be covering is one hot encoding. Basically, it is a technical term, and I guess uh, is there anyone who has heard about this term before? I don't think so because it is an advanced term. कोई है मतलब जिसने मतलब मशीन लर्निंग या डीप लर्निंग पे कुछ स्टार्ट करा हो कभी अभी रिसेंटली? uh, okay, so basically one hot encoding is what representation of a word or a sentence into a binary array, you can say. So the computers can't understand the meaning of the words. Like if I'm giving a prompt like on chat gpt, it doesn't understand the meaning of like simple or commonly or stuff like that. So basically what happens is that we have to convert it into a vector or say a binary array. But this approach that I'm talking about right now, uh, this was used way back. Like this is quite inefficient way. Imagine a sentence that consists of 1000 words, right? So that would require like an array or a 2D array of you can see how many dimensions are required. So basically it was very inefficient. But this is important to understand that for machine to understand a word, it is converted into a vector. Okay, so coming to word to vec. So basically word to vec was an approach that was developed by Google and given in 2013. And I'll say one thing that Google has developed the majority of the research that involves machine learning or NLP. What it did was it calculated the semantic relationship between the words. And unlike traditional models, there's no meaning. Okay, so if I write money, coin, or sale, or economy, there's no relation between them. But with word to vec, we were able to establish a relationship between the words. And this approach further got modified into embeddings that are used in today's life in chat gpt. So as you can see that there are certain parameters that we have, and that those give and those parameters are given some values. And seeing those values, the prompt the model is able to understand that what is this word, what does it mean. Basically it links similar words together, like cat and kitten are linked together. However dog, you can see, is away from that. So basically these were word embeddings that were introduced by Google, and they were they were really good because earlier they used to do one hot encoding, which was highly inefficient. So coming to natural language processing, uh, does anyone know about NLP? Has anyone heard about NLP? Please write in the chat box. Okay. So Tanishka is saying yes. Ayush. Okay. So basically, it's an advanced topic, right? So, uh, okay. So NLP is what? NLP is the whole architecture on which the Chat GPT is based on. Chat GPT, Llama, or you can say Claude AI, and many text generating. Basically, they are based on natural language processing. It is the ability of the machine to understand the natural language spoken by us. Okay, so the first step that is involved in natural language processing is text speech processing. We break the characters into, like, suppose this is a sentence, splitting text into smaller. Consider this sentence only, and the first step is to break this into the words. Like all of them are separated and the white spaces are removed. Okay, and then we have the term that is called stop words. So basically in any sentence there are some words that carry no significant meaning, right? If I remove from this place, it won't make any significant difference in the meaning of the sentence. So the second step involved is stop words removal. And then we have stemming or lemmatization. Stemming involves reducing the words to its base form. Like we can reduce goes to go, or going can be reduced to go. Okay, then the second step is syntax and parsing, that understanding the grammatical structure and meaning of the sentence through the syntactic parsing. Okay, till now, does anyone have any doubt? You can write in the chat box. Okay. Then what we can do with uh, NLP is that sentiment analysis. Basically, what Amazon has integrated in its app is that you can see when you open a product, you can see the uh, analysis. It has done this customer analysis based on the reviews. It gives if I can show you right now, I can show you it. I'm having some problem with my internet, so let's move ahead. The sentiment analysis basically means to determine the meaning of a sentence, whether it is positive or negative or neutral statement. And so is machine translation. We can translate text from one language to another. We can translate nowadays. We can translate from any language to any other language through cross learning. Then text generation is done via GPTs, as we have all used the generative pre-trained transformer. Then we have speech recognition, that is also a part of NLP. So yeah, you can see the use cases of NLP in this slide. And coming to large language models now. So basically, language models kya hote hain? They are like models that have been trained on huge amount of data. Like if I give the example of Chat GPT, वो जितना भी internet पे text है, it has been trained on that. Like you can imagine the amount of data it has been trained on. So the reason why they're called large is because they are trained on billions of parameters. Like you can imagine how much data is present, and how they have got the data, that is still a mystery. Okay, so basically this is another advanced term that I'll be using, that is transformer. Why I have added this? Because transformer is the reason why we have Chat GPT today. Chat GPT and any other generative AI platform. Transformers are what? Transformers are basically deep learning models. You can see the structure. I know it's really complicating, but uh, you can understand. If anyone is interested in pursuing AI in the future, then they can surely give a look on this. So basically, transformers are deep learning model that have been that were first given by Vaswani uh, in the paper "Attention is All You Need," which is a really famous paper that was published by Google. Basically, it was group of five people who published this paper, and they all were employees of Google, right? So basically, majority of the research work done in the generative AI field is done by Google. But today, as we can see that Chat GPT has better optimization of its resources, and Gemini is lacking behind. So this is the structure. Like we first give an input, like a prompt is given from this side, and after several steps, that is converted into a context vector. That vector is then sent to a decoder. Like this is a set of decoders, and after applying various functions, basically this is all mathematics that is being involved in this case. So it gives the output probabilities of what the possibilities are, what could be the things. This is just a very basic idea of what the Chat GPT works on. Okay, so this is the say comparison between various generative AI platforms like Chat GPT. This is their latest model that has the highest rating, and you can say in every aspect, like scientific reasoning and knowledge, coding, or artificial analysis, quality index, the Chat GPT is the best. Now, considering uh, this particular model, Mistral Large, that is open source. So basically, you can download this model, and you can train it on your own data and fine tune this model to run your own prompts on this. Moving ahead, okay, so uh, what I like to talk about is the huge scope in the development. Okay, so does does anyone have any question regarding what I've said? Abhishek is asking, please recommend me. Where should I? Okay, so basically, अगर तुम्हें start करना है basic से, तो तुम्हें एकदम बेस पे जाना पड़ेगा. द बेस इज व्हाट? द बेस इज मशीन लर्निंग. मशीन लर्निंग से फिर डीप लर्निंग पे जाना होगा. मशीन लर्निंग कंप्राइजेज ऑफ तुम्हारा बेसिक एल्गोरिथम से रैंडम फॉरेस्ट हो गया, डिसीजन ट्रीज हो गया, और उसमें फिर मतलब बहुत लिमिटेशन होता है उसमें. यू कैन ओनली सॉल्व लिमिटेड प्रॉब्लम्स विद दैट. तो इन ऑर्डर टू in order to learn generative AI, you have to first establish a base. Okay, if this base is established, then you can easily learn. There are several courses available on Udemy and YouTube also. Uh, so you can basically what I wanted to talk about is the huge scope in AI in the future. As we all know, ki, matlab, how the market is changing and how I'll not say कि coders replace हो जाएंगे कभी, because that is impossible. But what will happen is that there would be certain tools that would be constructed uh, that would help the coders to write their code more faster and more efficient way. So what will happen is that they'll have to work more, and secondly is that the compensation can be less. Basically, the jobs would I don't know if that would happen or not, but I think people will pay less because of the tools, and because it would become so simple for everyone. But the main point is that it cannot replace coders. Okay, so who wants to pursue artificial intelligence? So can I see in the chat box? Okay, so what about MIT open course? See, Abhishek, जो courses है MIT वाला, I've seen that course also, but the thing is कि they are not sufficient enough. Okay, if you have to establish a base. Okay, अगर तुम्हें base establish करना है, तो you have to start from the very base of it, and you have to have a good understanding of the mathematics involved, or like differentiation and statistics, basic statistics. Okay, AI in the field of cybersecurity. Yeah, this is another topic that is in the boom right now. Many companies are integrating AI in the field of cybersecurity. Uh, Many companies. So basically, the reason why I switched from Flutter to AI was I was a Flutter developer. Okay, my up until the starting, up until the ending of my third year, I was pursuing Flutter. I had done an internship for 6 months, so I had the idea. But what I saw is that the the tools are being developed that can easily replicate the UI and generate the code. So I thought that uh, will I be doing this thing in the next 5 years? I don't think so. So that is the reason why I switched entirely to AI. And the thing is, AI is so vast that you have to select a certain area, and then you have to dive deep into it. Like I am pursuing NLP, right, on which the Chat GPT and other generative AI platforms are. So yeah, and also there's a potential domain. This is a potential domain to write research paper. जैसे AI इसमें पहले क्या होता था, जब हम लोग कॉलेज आए थे तो वी वर टोल्ड कि मतलब AI में कोई जॉब्स नहीं है, इट इज जस्ट अ रिसर्च बेस्ड थिंग. सो back in 2021 when I came to college, we had amazing seniors like Apu sir. He was really great, and but during that time there were no jobs. Okay, there were no say no talks going on around us कि AI is going to boom and something like that. So basically in 2022 जब Chat GPT आया, so others also started launching, like Llama launch करा, Gemini आया. So उससे हुआ क्या कि we have large language models, और उससे companies अपने प्लेटफॉर्म में इंटीग्रेट करके अपने डेटा पे फाइन ट्यून करके यूज कर रही हैं. Yeah, people say that there are no, and please don't listen to those people. I myself have people जो मुझसे कहते हैं कि क्यों एआई कर रहे हो, मतलब व्हाट इज द रीजन, क्योंकि तुम्हारी कोई जॉब तो मिलेगी नहीं, डेटा साइंटिस्ट की तुम्हें जॉब मिलने नहीं वाली. But that is not the reality. I've like, if anyone is interested, we can also have a session with Garima ma'am, who is pursuing data science from UK right now. She is an expert in AI. She knows a lot of stuff. So she can tell that this is just a thing that people say, and it is not. Sankalp saying, yes, please. Okay. So, yeah. So we can write a research paper on it, which can have a good impact on your resume. So, okay, moving ahead, I would like to ask Sankalp to take over.
All right. And yes, there is also happy birthday, Hamad sir. And that was something due to say. Okay, we will talking about that in the future later part. And yes, so featuring Man Ki Baat with not our Prime Minister and following the registration form. So this is a registration form you guys are supposed to fill. And थोड़ा सा इस फॉर्म के बारे में देख लेते हैं क्या है, because this is the form which will make you guys to be registered for the GenAI study jams जो होने वाला है starting from the 11th October to 11th November. So this is something which if you are interested in the GenAI, if you guys feel that today something yeah, GenAI is something to work upon, then that this Google form is for you. And okay, happy birthday sir is done. तो please Google form को एक बार आप fill कर लीजिए. Because this is something if you like the Gen AI, then this is the way out from for your third year. No worries, man. No worries. So ये registration form है. अगर आप लोगों का Gen AI में अच्छा लगा, so do scan this and then I will moving ahead because I can see. No, that's not the case, and that's what I'm talking about. We don't have to submit with the college mail ID. If you got, wait, let me say, are you talking about this part? Okay, this can be any mail ID. We are not making sure कि आप ये वाली कोई इसमें email ID की बात कर रहे हो. We're talking about the email ID which you're gonna fill over here. That should be the brand new Google ID. Tanishka, we will talking about those Q&As later on. Let's talk about what is the registration form process, and we'll be taking care of your questions. All right. Although for the selection of program, it will be based on the first come first basis. So I hope your query is resolved. I hope आप सबने QR code को scan कर लिया था. This same QR code is also available on your GDG underscore AKG Instagram bio. In that there is a link tree. In that also we have put the same Google form, so you can access from there also. Okay, moving ahead. For about I need to just give a brief instructions because people are getting confused on this. All right. So steps to follow through: create a new Gmail account. Okay, open the form and then you will be asked to enter the email. So let's do this together. मैंने वही same Google form खोल लिया है. I'm not caring about what kind of Gmail ID you're using to fill this form. That is absolutely fine. We will be going to here. आप यहाँ पर एक न्यू Gmail account बनाएंगे and वो आप यहाँ पे डालेंगे. For now, I'm going with a sample Gmail account. LinkedIn profile is mandatory. Why? Because I want to see who and all are interested to join. I personally will be reviewing your website. Sorry, your LinkedIn ID. Sorry. Yeah. So yes. So your LinkedIn profile link. Let me go sample.com. This is somewhere I have to put your LinkedIn profile, your brand new email ID. Again, going further ahead, do read these terms and conditions. All right, because देखो अगर आप नहीं पढ़ोगे and something then you ask कि sir ये क्या हो गया? We don't want to create a huge fuss. Though it is very general terms and conditions, and click yes on that. And You will again asked to fill the for certain details, your name, gender, your institution name, year of graduation. For third year, it is 2026. For the second year, it is 2027. And try to use Chrome because Chrome is best adapted to it and it is best platform to work on. The I prefer Edge, but I also will be switching to Google Chrome for the particular use of this particular uh, Gen AI study jams. So let me just go with all the sample ताकि आप लोगों को idea लग जाए. Okay, prefer not to say. Institution name AKGEC, year of graduation 2026. Moving ahead to the next. Now, this is something a very important step to follow over here. काफी लोग यहाँ पे problem create कर रहे हैं. So let's tackle all these problems right now. Problems अगर बाद में भी persist करती हैं, that our group is WhatsApp group is there. Please feel free to ask our seniors. And yes, so basically अगर मैं आपको बहुत simple भाषा में बताऊं, what is all this fuss is all about. मैंने यहाँ पे लिख रखा था कि once you fill all the required details, in the start, you will see the link for the cloud skill boost, which is over here. All right. आप इसको click करेंगे आपको cloud skill boost आपको खुलेगा. All right. And you have to copy paste this link in incognito. So this link which I'm opening must be opened in the incognito, which is named differently in different browsers, which can be new private window also. So it should not be the normal window, it should be incognito, जहां पर आपको कुछ भी signed in ना करो. That is the all meaning of incognito right over here. And then your step two is go to silent. आप इसको आप okay, let me do this here. मैंने इसे copy paste करा, मैंने यहाँ पे incognito खोला. I copied this link over this incognito. Then the Google account which you guys have created, you have to sign in through that particular Google account, which is I have instructed in this instructions over here. Then once you have done this, click on your profile. There will be an option to make your profile public. Make sure your profile is public. And again, emphasizing आपकी profile public होनी चाहिए. We don't want your private profile. Once that is done, अपने आप प्रोफाइल के URL पर आप क्लिक करिए, उसको आप कॉपी करिए and you have to paste it over here. यहाँ पर आगे there will be a prompt. वहां पे आपको डालनी पड़ेगी. Okay, let me do this. Again, sample@gmail.com. And once I go ahead, आपको यहाँ पर this ID which you have created in your incognito tab, once you have signed in and all the आपने अपने प्रोफाइल में जब आपने all the आपने instructions को follow up कर लिया है, वो लिंक को आपको यहाँ पर पेस्ट करना है. And वो जो लिंक बना होगा it will be in the form of this. All right. So make sure आप ऐसे आपको Google form को fill कर लें. If you have to verify that you have done correctly, put the same link on another tab. If it opens, then it's good going. And in the end, agree with all. यहाँ पे आप link डाल देंगे. I acknowledge, yes, I agree, and submit. That's all. That's all you guys have to do. All right. अब मैंने I think कोई problem तो नहीं है registration form fill करने में. I hope I cleared all your queries. No, Anirudh, they are still open. We will be accepting all the applications till tomorrow 2 p.m. and afterwards we'll be segregating the best 120. Basically, the first 120 which appears and we'll be based upon that we'll be taking in the people. So I would really suggest कि आप अपने हमारे इस Google form को जल्दी से जल्दी fill करें. All right. Moving on. What's next? आज हमारे सारे एजेंडास क्लियर हो गए. हमने रजिस्ट्रेशन फॉर्म के बारे में बात कर ली फॉर अवर जेन स्टडी जैम्स. नाउ व्हाट्स नेक्स्ट? दैट्स राइट, इट्स यू. सो इट्स ऑल अबाउट कि अब हमने आपको इतना सारा हमने आपको पाथ बताया कि देयर एग्जिस्ट एआई, एमएल, डीएल. हाउ मच आर वेंट इनटू much more industry oriented कि how Amazon is implementing AI. As of me, how cybersecurity is putting AI into use. Have you heard about the Gujarat company called as Mota Data? There are multiple things which are currently going on. They're using a lot of AI into it. And everything can be achieved, but it all starts with you guys. So you only have to work upon a reference from Kung Fu Panda where the secret recipe is only you guys. सो मेक श्योर आप लोग ग्राइंड करें एंड कीप हमसे आप टच में रहिए, सो दैट विल बी गुड. आपको कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ गई, विल बी मोस्ट वेलकम टू सॉल्व ऑल योर डाउट्स. Once again, a disclaimer: available seats are 120. Hence, the selection process will be on first come first basis. But also, we'll be reviewing your LinkedIn profiles, and no last minute entries will be entertained. Try to fill your form by today itself. By now itself, it will be the best. That's why I gave you that QR code. Important dates: tomorrow, 7th October, is your 2 p.m. We'll be closing the deadlines for Google Forms. Timeline for the Gen AI study jams. अगर आपका सिलेक्शन हो जाता है तो आपका Gen AI study jams will be starting from the 11th October to the 11th November. It's a 1 month process. All right. If I have to tell कि क्या होता है इसके अंदर, if nobody has an idea about it, basically you will be learning a bit. वहाँ पे आपके multiple chapters होते हैं, लेवल्स होते हैं. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड लर्न. थोड़ा वहां पे वीडियोज होती हैं, थोड़ी थ्योरीज होती है, एंड बेस्ड ऑन दैट यू हैव टू आंसर द एमसीक्यूज. एंड इसके अंदर और भी डीप होता है. एंड इफ यू गाइस हैव एनी डाउट्स, आप व्हाट्सएप पे हमें रीच आउट कर सकते हैं. एंड यू कैन रीच आउट अवर इंस्टाग्राम हैंडल ऑल्सो. वी विल बी वेरी फ्री टू अटेंड ऑल द क्वेरीज. Finally, we are open for the Q&A. Any questions, any problems which you face today, or any particular thing ki sir ye kya tha, it can be done in either way also. Your any comments which you have, we are open for all the Q&As. Yes, definitely. Like last year it was cloud study jams. Before that it was ML study jams. Or this is Gen AI study jams. All right, Madan? And make sure to follow us. Follow GDG under AKGEC. This is our link tree. आप यहाँ से follow कर सकते हैं हमारे all social handles पर. We are on Discord, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatnot. So yes, in this link tree also I've attached all the Google form registration which you all have to take care all about. So I guess that will be self-sufficient. And we are open for all the Q&As. Any questions? So the study jams will be online. All right. आप लोग apply करेंगे उसके लिए, you will be selected for it, and there will be a particular website which you have to go redirect to, and in that आपके वहाँ पे level chapters आ जाएंगे. All right. Yeah, let me show this. So in this link tree itself, you can reach out to our registration form as well and follow us also. And as we're talking about the this Gen AI study jams, you can also get guys goodies also, but there is no guarantee आपको मिलेंगी कि नहीं. It all depends कि आप कितने आप वहाँ पे level of chapters करते हैं. It's a basic reward system. You do a chapter, you earn a point. If everybody earns a point, then it sums up as a huge sum of points. And if that points is a huge enough number, the Google senses कि यहाँ पर इस community में काफी ज़्यादा काम हुआ है, then as a goodwill they send us the goodies. So that's the procedure. So if is there any query कि सर goodies मिलेंगे कि नहीं मिलेंगे, it all depends कि आपने कितने अच्छे से सेशन करा है. And अगर आपने करा है and आपके साथ collectively सारे आपके साथ लोगों ने करा in that batch, then definitely you guys will be getting the goodies. All right. Anything else? All right. Is it the course where you get the video lecture of the Google employees and the Google providers credentials to work on the lab work? Like, exactly. Yes. But it's like आपको हर month का subscription मिलता है, and that subscription can be bought by the points you have earned. So basically, it's like a never-ending cycle रहती है until the whole period is over. And yes, there is that. So it's basically a toy house. आप बहुत सारी चीजों का you can figure out, work on the things, and you can access to all kind of statistical data. वहाँ पर एक होता है Google.statistics, and you can get the whole traffic idea of how the traffic works. That's really cool. But that is all about the cloud study jams. So Gen AI के लिए आप भी tuned in रहिए. I guess Divi आपकी query was resolved, and I hope किसी और को queries नहीं थी. All right, sounds good. All right then, with this Q&A ending, I would say thank you guys. I hope आप लोगों को आपको आज मजा आया हो. And we are the team GDG AKGEC. We had our event, first event for this session, and we'll be hoping कि हमारे बहुत सारे session और planned है. So stay tuned with our community, and we really hope कि आप लोग भी हमारे साथ उतना ही enjoyment भी ले and to develop and grow with us. And we have a very good networking in future. So yes, guys, that's the
So
end of.
thank you, Sankar. Thank you, Sankalp, and thank you, Hamad sir, for the insightful session. It was a good session and an interactive one. So, guys, in the chat section, please thumbs up for the speakers. They made the session truly interactive.
Hamad sir also
Yeah,
our birthday boy sir.
yeah. Happy birthday, sir. You made the session.
Thank you, Shreya.
All right, guys. Then
All right.
session is over for today. Any doubts? Reach out to our social handles once again, and that would be it. All right, Shreya ma'am. Anything else?
Yes. No, no. Okay. For any queries, you can ask if you have.
Yes, definitely.
So, okay.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Bye. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, Vikshita. Thank you, Vikshita ma'am. Bye bye.